Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video that I'm so freaking excited about because one, I got a whole bunch of stuff at Sephora yesterday. Two, this is a video that I've personally never seen a video on. Like, I'm sure there's hundreds of them out there, but I've never actually watched a video on what it is. And it is a 100% tutorial on only Sephora collection products. So not the stuff that they carry at Sephora, but Sephora's brand, Sephora collection. I work at Sephora, like you guys know. I'm a makeup artist at Sephora, and because there's such a big variety, I don't have one specific favorite brand. I like certain things from certain brands, and what inspired me to do this video is that they just came out with a Sephora Pro palette, and the only person that I've seen do a video on this is Jeffree Star and Laura Lee. They both did a video together, and they did it a couple days ago. This palette has been out for about a week or two. When we first got them in at work, we were all like, oh my god. So there were three different palettes. There was the editorial, which is this one. There was the warm, and then there was the cool. Now, I only got the editorial because it's something very different, and I think it's just such a fun palette. The warm looks a lot like the Morphe 350, but the pigmentation and the texture of them is very, very different. It's higher quality. And then the cool tone, I just don't wear a lot of cool tones, and that one just didn't scream my name. Like, I don't know, the colors just weren't doing anything for me. So I got the editorial palette, which is fucking, excuse my French, insane. So it's massive for one. It's very heavy, so you can feel the quality of the weight. I like the packaging. It's like if you've ever felt NARS's packaging, it feels like that. Very, very sleek and soft. This right here is holographic. It has a huge mirror, like ginormous. Like, I love this because I can actually look in the mirror and do my entire face. Like, this is huge. All of the colors, there are some holographic colors, there's some super thick pigmented colors, and then there's all neons and mattes, and then there's some shimmers. Now, because I actually work at Sephora, and I know a little bit more than people that don't work at Sephora because I'm actually trained and work there, these eyeshadows, there are mattes here, like I said. There's colors that are very similar to the Huda Beauty palette, like the foiled, like it's a very, very weird texture. These, I know this right here and these down here. These right here, these four, if you never got the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, which is this one, that it's 4 holographic highlighters, you pretty much get them in these 4 shades right here. This one is like a goldish color, this one is a pink, this one is a green, and this one is like a purpley blue. So I don't know if, maybe I should swatch them. So I'm gonna swatch them. It comes with this little sheet right here that gives you all the names. This is gonna be a long video, I already know it. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm gonna swatch the first row. So here we have the white shade, which is Porcelain. And this is no primer, no nothing. That's one layer. Here's a second. So this you can see is like, it's white, like super white. The second color is called White Gold. Then this third one is called Rose Quartz. This fourth one is called Julie T here, and then the fifth one is called Moonstone, and this is like the blue color. So that's all of those right there. Beautiful colors, amazing pigmentation, nice payoff. The only thing is they are a little bit powdery, but if you only base eyeshadows off of swatches, then you have no idea the reality of eyeshadows. You have to use them with brushes. You're not going to be using with your fingers on your eyes to blend them out, so you have to use them with brushes. For the rest of that, we have Ice, which is a very, very intense holographic, like silvery color. And then we have Silver Coin, which these remind me more of like an eyeshadow topper because they're more sheer. They're not like super intense pigmented thick eyeshadows. Now on to the next row is where all of the neons come in. So this first color is a matte orange, and it's called Tangerine. This one here, you can see how pigmented that is. The next color is called Amy, which is a very bright, like fiery coral. This is one of my favorite colors. It's this one here. The next color is another color that I love. It's called Eliza D. So it's that one there. And then the next color next to that is called Tila or Tilla. Let me put that one right here. Again, another very, very intense, extremely pigmented matte shadow. So now for the next few colors, I have the color Maisha, which is a beautiful, intense purple. It's right there. The next one is called Electric Violet, which is this one here. This next one is called Adi, I don't know. It's like a dark, like purpley black color. Like, look at the freaking pigmentation of these. And I don't have any primer like on my finger. I'm just wiping my fingers on a towel. The next color is going to be Champagne. And then after that we have a really intense green called Jeffrey. Whew. After that, let me wipe my hand because the next color, I don't want the pink to stain. Like, you can see, like, these are crazy eyeshadows. The next color is going to be called Helen P, and it's like one of my favorite colors in the palette. It's like this beautiful seafoam turquoise shadow. Just that one there. I want to make sure it's focused. There we go. After that we have Grass, which is a really pretty shimmery green. After that we have Sean, which is a very dark teal blue. Then there's Chris, which you guys already know I love royal blue. So there's Chris. Then after that there is Dina, which is like a metallic blue color, which is that one there. So there's that row. And then for the last row we have Pink Quartz, which is like a more of like a crumbly, it reminds me of the Huda Beauty shadows a little bit. So there's that one, Pink Quartz. This one is called Wendy G, which is a very intense metallic gold. Like, look at that. Crazy. Then we have Lou, which is another one of my favorite colors because it's like a duochrome green to rose gold color, like if you can see that. The next color is called Caroline, which is a rose gold bronzy shade. The next one is called Hector E, which is another bronze, but it's a little bit more orangey red than the first one. The next one is called David, which is a like olivey green. I'll put that one here. And then the last one is called Ildi, and this is like a freaking black, like that. Now that you guys have seen all the videos, I wasn't even gonna do a swatch thing on this. I don't know how this happened. There is a lot of fallout on these too, just so you guys know, but I don't mind fallout. Fallout always happens, so I don't really, doesn't bother me much. This palette alone inspired me to just do everything Sephora collection because people sleep on Sephora collection so much. Like, people never want to buy Sephora collection because Sephora collection. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do a full face of just Sephora collection. I purchased all of this. I spent all my money on this. Granted, I do get my employee discount, but regardless, I paid for all of this. So I took samples of the primers because I straight up just didn't want to buy the primers for the eyes or the face. And then some of the products I already had because I do get a lot of Sephora collection stuff in my gratis. So I'm going to start off with primer. And this primer is the Sephora Glow Up from the Flow Up. I wonder if that's the actual name or if my coworker was just being a jerk and wrote that. So it's a very, very shimmery, like gold undertoned primer, and it's a glowing primer. Obviously it's hydrating. It has, like, if you can see, it has a really pretty gold undertone to it. It reminds me, now that I'm putting it on my face, it kind of reminds me of the Becca backlighting filter. It doesn't smell the same. This one actually smells really good. Kind of smells like just clean, like baby, sort of. I do like the, I've never used any of these products on myself before, by the way. Like, I've only ever used these on clients. Some of them I've never even used on clients, so. Oops. This leaves a very, very, very pretty gold sheen to the skin. As you can see, like, my face is very dewy right now, which I'm all about. I'm gonna do eyes first, just in case. So now that my face is primed, I'm gonna go ahead with eye primer. And this is a Sephora Collection Beauty Amplifier Primer. And I took a sample of this as well because I said so. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this on my fingers and I'm just going to put it all over my eyes. I did already fill in my eyebrows because I completely forgot to get a brow product, which they do have a pretty big collection of brows. They have something that looks exactly like a brow wiz. They have like a brow powder. They have a couple different things. I just completely forgot. So as far as this primer, I've never used this before, even on clients. So this is going to be interesting to test out. It feels just like moisturizer, so I don't know. We'll see if it gets tacky because I don't feel anything right now. Okay, so I don't really know what direction I'm gonna go in right now because these colors are so crazy that I didn't have a plan. Maybe I'll go in with the oranges. That's what we'll do. So, and I do have some Sephora Collection brushes, so I will be using those. Other than that, I'm gonna be using like Morphe brushes and stuff because I don't have all the Sephora Collection brushes. So I'm gonna dip into Tangerine, which is that very, very intense neon orange, and I'm going in with a Sephora Pro Crease 10 brush. I've had this brush for like a million years, and I'm just gonna go in to my transition area with it. And I've never even used this on clients. Like, clients are normally scared of palettes like this, so this isn't something that I normally use. I've used the warm one and it's amazing, very pigmented, blends amazingly. But I'm very curious to see how these metallic, or how these neons are gonna work. Okay, so far, it's blending pretty nice. It's blending great, actually. And I am flicking off my brush just because I always do that. It doesn't matter what palette it is, it doesn't matter what brand. I always kind of just like flick my brush for any kick up or any excess on my brush that I have. So there's what the eyes look like. I think they look pretty good. So then I'm going to step into the color Amy, which is the very intense coral color. I'm gonna do a halo eye, I think. So I'm going in with a Morphe M519 and I'm just gonna pack this color on the outer corner, and then I'm gonna also put it on the inner corner. So far it's blending into the other one really nicely. Super intense. This is super freaking pretty. So I'm gonna go in with that original brush, the Sephora Pro Crease, and I didn't pick up any extra product. I'm just blending. Nice and pigmented, nice color payoff. It's looking good. It's looking good. So now I'm just gonna go in with a smaller brush, and I'm going to use a Morphe E36. And I'm just going to take that same color and I'm just going to pack it in the inner parts of my eye just to continue this little halo thing we have going on. I'm not going to put any like extra anything on it at first. I'm just going to put it onto my lid without any like glitter primer or sprays or anything and see how it performs. And then I always do, because I like the grip of it, I'm going to go in and put some on top after. Oh, this is like the Huda ones. Okay. So I'm going to first pack this right in the center. Yeah, this is just like the Huda Beauty ones. If you don't know, the Huda eyeshadows are meant to be used with your finger. That's why a lot of people complain about them. They're meant to be picked up and put onto your eyes with your finger. So, see, like, look at the difference now. We're gonna pack it right onto the lid. Over here, and I completely forgot I was doing a halo eye and just went all over my lid. So I guess that's what we're doing now. I'm getting a lot of fallout from this specific color. Like a lot. I don't have any fallout at all from the other colors, but this one I'm getting an extreme, like, I'll show you guys. This is all fallout. So I'm just going to go in with a makeup wipe and just wipe that away. Fallout is another thing that doesn't drive me too crazy. Especially with colors like this, I usually expect it. With the Huda Beauty, it's the same thing. And that's a $60 palette that's smaller than this, so just cleaning this up under here. And now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of like glitter primer. This is not Sephora collection. I wasn't expecting to have to use it, but with this, I feel like I kind of have to. So I'm just going in with a little bit. And I'm just gonna pack it right on top of the color that I already put down. This is just gonna give it a nice grip so that when I put it on, it won't give me as much fallout. Now I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna pick it up again. Let's zoom you guys in. I'm just going to press. Yes, this helps a lot. Like, look at how much more metallic it is. Wow, this color is beautiful. So now I'm going to go in with my Sephora collection. Whoa. With my Sephora collection high precision eyeliner in the color Noir Black. You guys know this is literally my favorite eyeliner of all time. It's extremely black, it's extremely matte, and it's just my favorite. So I'm just gonna put this on really quickly. I do not have a mascara from Sephora collection, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of mascara on very quickly and we're gonna move on to lashes. Now for lashes, I'm gonna go in with my Sephora collection Flirt number 30 lashes. If you guys are my subscribers, you know these lashes are my #1 lashes of all time, period, point blank. I have probably like 6 pairs of these lashes. This is what they look like. They're very, very lightweight on the eyes. You don't have to trim them because they are meant to be shorter on the eyes, which is something I love because I have very, very small eyelid space. And Sephora collection does not have eyelash glue, so I'm just using my regular House of Lashes glue, which is my favorite ever. I'm using the Sephora collection Pefection Mist Airbrush Foundation. I have never used this on myself. I have never used this on an actual client. The only time I've ever used this is for tattoo cover-ups. So it's very similar. This is why I really wanted to try it. This is very similar to the Dior Air Flash foundation, which is like $62, and that foundation is so freaking beautiful. But who's paying $62? Not me. Maybe one day Dior will want to send me free makeup, but till then, nah. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pop these lashes on really quickly. I love these lashes so much. Okay, so here's what the lashes look like. Like I said, they're so pretty, they're super flirty, they're lightweight, they're just freaking amazing. Okay, so this is an aerosol spray can. I don't know. So I'm gonna spray the foundation onto my little plate and pick it up from there. I got the shade Honey. Looks like it's gonna match me. I matched myself last night while I was at work. This is what it looks like. Yeah, this looks like it'll match. So on half of my face, I'm going to use a beauty sponge, and then on the other half, I am going to use a brush, and then I'll see which one I like more. So far, this is super, super lightweight. It doesn't even feel like anything. What worries me is how fast you would go through a foundation like this. This is layer 2 on this side. Very natural finish. It looks really, really pretty. It's blending very, very quickly, very nicely. So far, so good. And now I'm going to use on the other side, I'm going to use a brush. This is not a Sephora collection brush because I don't have a foundation brush that I actually like from Sephora collection. I have one, it's just not, I'm not crazy about it. So let's see. As I stipple it, it kind of, I don't know, it applies weird. I think I like it better with the beauty blender or with the sponge, but I'm gonna keep finishing. It looks so nice on the skin though, like it looks like skin. just really pretty, natural, radiant, dewy skin. Okay, so with the sponge, I like it more. It covers my blemish pretty well. It's very, very red, so it covered most of the redness. Can't wait to get my period already. That's my period pimple. I like it more with the sponge, which I'm not surprised by because I like all my foundations pretty much more with a sponge. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? I think it looks freaking beautiful. It looks nice and radiant. It's very sticky, so it definitely has to be set, which I'm not surprised because it's a spray, but it looks beautiful. They recently changed the applicator. Before it was like a round doe foot and you couldn't get a lot of product, and now they changed it to like a big doe foot, so that's why I wanted to try it again. So let's see. Really, really nice pigmentation, as you can see. I like this color a lot. Super pigmented, very, very creamy, lightweight. I feel like I really like this right now. So now I'm just going to blend that out again with my sponge. This is blending out really, really nicely on top of the foundation. So I'll definitely say it's a medium coverage, definitely not full. I'm gonna build just a little bit more on top or right here. So I'm just going to set that very quickly. They don't have a loose translucent powder that's a good color translucent. It was stark white and I was not about to get that because I knew I wasn't gonna like it. So I'm just using Laura Mercier everywhere that I put that concealer. So I'll just leave this here for just a little bit just because this was such a radiant concealer. Then I'm going in with my Sephora collection Microsmooth Baked Face Compact, and this is in the color Matte Tan. You guys already know I use this powder already, but I had to get a darker shade because, as you can see, this will not match me ever since I went on vacation. So I got the color Tan. Yes, Tan. This is what it looks like. This matches me so much better. And this is a Sephora Collection Pro Featherweight Powder number 91. If you follow me already, you know that I use this powder every single day. So I'm just going to press this onto my skin. Perfect shade. Freaking perfect. This is one of my favorite powders I've ever used for my face. It makes everything so smooth. Like, look how smooth my skin looks. Love this powder. I knew I was gonna like this powder, so I wasn't very surprised. Now for the rest of complexion, I picked up this Sephora bronzing face powder, and this is in the color Los Cabos. This is a color that I always put on clients when they want like a cheap contour powder because this does not have shimmer in it. It's a matte powder and it's very neutral in undertone. As you can see, it's not super orange, it's not super gray. I've never tried it on myself, so we're about to see if it pulls up gray on me. I'm hoping to God it doesn't. So using this little e.l.f. brush that I use all the time, I'm just going to oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this might be replacing my hula. This looks beautiful. Like, is this picking up on camera nicely? Because, and it's blending so easy. The undertone is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. It's not too red, it's not too orange, it's not too cool, it's not too brown. Like, do you guys, am I bugging? I can't be. I can't be. This looks great. I'm gonna put just a little bit down my nose. I think I love this. Do you guys see that? I really hope it's picking up on camera the way it looks in person because I did not have high expectations for that. Like, I use it on people all the time and I'm like, yeah, it's so pretty, it's so nice, it works really well, you can contour. But I've never actually used it on myself. Guys, I'm gonna go into this Sephora blush right here. It's called Hot Flush. Now this color I saw back when I first got hired with Sephora, one of the senior artists, which a senior artist is basically like the top of a makeup artist that you could be in Sephora aside from being on the pro team. The pro team are like the big guns. Right underneath that is the senior artist. And one of them was wearing the most beautiful orange blush and I was like, what blush are you wearing? And she said Hot Flush from Sephora collection. She was like, it's my favorite blush. People never look at it because it's Sephora collection. And it's like the prettiest orange with like a gold undertone to it. So I'm just gonna pick it up with this Wet n Wild brush. These are very pigmented. Very, very pigmented blushes. I'm just going in with my big powder brush just to blend it a little bit, just so there's no harsh lines or nothing's too intense. Guys, do you see how good my skin looks right now? So now I'm gonna go into my Sephora Microsmooth Baked Luminizer in the color Stardust. Unfortunately, they do not carry this anymore. It was discontinued. It might still be online though. And I bought this. No one ever used to look at it in store. And I was like, I love that. It's like the cool, it kind of reminds me of Albatross from NARS. Like that white gold looking color. And I bought it right before they discontinued it. And this is so, it was 14 bucks. Super, super inexpensive. So I'm just gonna go in with this Morphe brush. Like, look at it. Look at that. I haven't used this in such a long time because I have so much other makeup. Do you guys see that? And that's with no spray, no nothing. Like, what? I really hope it looks as good on camera as it does in person. I really do. So now I'm gonna go back into this Sephora Pro palette and now I'm gonna take Tangerine, which was the first one, and I'm just going to bring it down lower just to smoke that first color out. I'm gonna take the color Ice, which is that really intense white color. Hopefully this looks okay in my inner corners of my eye. I'm gonna spray my brush real quick with just some Urban Decay setting spray and I'm gonna pick it up again. There we go. I have two different lip colors that I might want to use, and it sucks because I know I have a lip liner and I just don't know where it is. I have a Sephora collection lip liner, but the two colors that I have are nudes. I didn't pick these, they were given to me from Sephora. One of them is the color N04. It's called Brown is Back, and it's a very popular nude that we sell. This is it here. Beautiful, beautiful nude. And then the other one is Ingenuous, which is a more creamy nude. I don't have a lip liner, so I'm just gonna pop on a lip liner real quick. I'm sorry. I don't know where the hell it went. I'm gonna go in with Brown is Back first. And I'm gonna put Ingenuous on top just for the shine. So guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video because I really enjoyed creating it. I am in absolute love with the way these products worked out. The bronzer probably shook me the hardest. The foundation looks phenomenal. Phenomenal. So flawless, so pretty. The highlight I knew I loved. Period. The bronzer, I can't. The blush, absolutely beautiful. The concealer, I mean, it's not Shape Tape, but look at how good it looks underneath the eyes. I have these two creases, like two lines that are under my eyes that every single concealer gets into, so that doesn't really bother me much because I know it's gonna happen. I think the eyeshadows look and perform beautifully, especially the mattes. The only ones that I would say to be careful with are the chunkier ones that are very similar to the Huda Beauty palette, but there's not that many in this palette, which I'm happy about. If you guys want to know, I'm gonna tell you the total or the prices of each of these products just so you see how much of a like less expensive deal you can get and still get such a nice quality foundation, complexion routine and all of that, but still something that's high end. So the editorial palette was $68. The Mist foundation is $28 compared to the Dior one that's $62. The bronzer is $17. The blush was $14, the concealer was $14, and the powder was $22. So that is amazing, amazing for high-end quality products. that are still a little bit more on the affordable side. Like you can get an entire complexion routine and it can look amazing and flawless and smooth, and you don't have to get $40 on every single product. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this makeup look and this video, the swatches. I hope you guys enjoyed all of it. Please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.